It's been a while since I did a peach tree update, so I was going to show you the peach trees I grew from seed. So here's the peach trees I grew from seed. I had this one. There was one here, but the peach tree borers got it and I didn't notice it till it was too late. And then this one. And there's a bunch of little ones I'm growing in between to transplant. And this one, but they're doing really good, and I pruned them back a lot, and I'll show you how I pruned them in this video too. You can already see there's a bunch of fruit on them, so this year I might get to try the fruit. So there's peaches on. There's probably a dozen peaches on some of them. Some have like 2 or 3 peaches, but on these ones that are older, and the first ones I grew, this one got peach tree borer damage, but it was too late. Like that, there's like a single one back in there that had it happen to it as well. And then these 2 in the front had peach tree borer damage, but this one's looking okay, and it's got peaches on it and stuff. And this one has peaches on it, but this one's looking like it got almost completely the base of it eaten around by peach tree borer, so I'm unsure if it's gonna live. But I didn't catch it till later, and then I went and dug them out. They're just like white caterpillar looking things about that big, and I made sure to kill every single one. I dug around like everything I could see and killed everything I could. But I think this one, you can kind of see it's got a few yellow leaves, and these are red, like really red. So I'm wondering if it's gonna be okay, but it might be too late for this one as well. But I did try some new ones that I got. These 2, like that one and that one's a cherry I got to grow from pit. And then these are apricots. I need a weed in here, but, and then some little peach trees, and then I have some like bigger ones in the back that are a year old. But there is a lot of peaches on here. Like this tree's got a few. That one was the one I showed you, it had a bunch, and they're looking good. I'll show you though how I pruned them this year as well. I was gonna show you how I pruned this tree. I got these Milwaukee pruners. Well, they're not Milwaukee brand, they're just some other brand, but they're only 40 bucks. And they work with Milwaukee. But so what my father-in-law told me is, first you gotta do any branches that are kind of pointing back at the tree, or like up. So like this one here, I'd want to take that. Anything that's coming back towards the center, because I pruned it to be a nice open center. And then if you look at it, there's a lot competing. I left a lot last year just because the kids do play basketball over here, and I didn't want to not have a branch like that one. So I don't have a branch over here on this side going that way now, so it kind of looks funny, but I can take one of these later on and it should be fine. But I left a little extra because where they're so tiny, they're easier to break. But like this is coming out pretty far. Probably gonna take that whole thing off. And then this is a lot here. I want to leave enough that I'll get a peach or 2, just because I've never had one on these ones yet. This is the 3rd year. So, and like there's a lot going on right here, so I'm probably gonna take this guy. That way I can just leave this one, and I'm gonna shorten it. And this one here. And there's a lot of low. I don't need those anymore. You can take a look back, and there's a bunch, so I'm probably gonna take some of this because it won't be able to support all that. And these are kind of long. Probably don't even need this bottom one at all. Or these ones. That way I can get in there easier. And then this guy probably can take it back quite a bit because it's coming into this other branch. And this is actually probably too much still. Just because it's such a small tree, and I'm really going for structure right now and not fruit production. But I think I'm gonna leave that much, minus this. That way I can get a fruit or two, but then also get a good structure. I left some like backup ones, like that one, just in case I want a branch going that way a little bit, you know. So this is year 3 on growing it from seed. They're pretty good size. You can see the trunk right here. That's pretty good size now. But I kept them really low to the ground. They're like 18 inches off the ground before they kind of split. And I tried to split the branches so they're not all at the same point on some of them. Tried to keep them staggered a little bit so it's stronger. But I gotta prune this one next. So that's kind of what I took away from that one, quite a few. I also got some grapes to work from cuttings. So this one's coming up here is 2 years old, and the other side's 2 years old, and they've already got a bunch of grapes on them. Just watering my strawberries. And then these ones are 1 year old. So all these ones here, I like to use all the space I have, so just plant up all the stuff and let it grow. If you put it in the ground, it's a lot easier to take care of. So I am starting to get seascape strawberries too, so there's a bunch. Or these are Albion, my other side's seascape. Got a few berries there. The kids keep coming out and picking them as soon as they're half ripe though. Here's my other fruit trees. I'm doing these ones I didn't grow from seed, but I'm doing the grow a little fruit tree method. I took off like 3 feet that climbed up last year. I pruned that much off, but it's cool because then all the fruit is down low. You can see how many peaches are on there. I'm just waiting for the June drop and then I'll go and thin these, but these ones are loaded. There's just peaches everywhere, and it's got a good structure so it can hold all the weight, and then I'll go and thin these really good, but they're just loaded this year.